and they win the NFC South.
What's good, everybody? Let's talk some Tampa sports. Week 8 film session. Today, we're giving the defense the props it deserves, and we're just going to dive into the good things that we saw from this defense going into the bye week. Let's be honest, that's the side of the football that deserves the most love. Going from what it was last season to what we've seen so far this season, hey, all I got to say is, how many times are teams going to throw screens with only one blocker to Jacob Parrish's side of the field? It doesn't work. Here's Parrish right here. Rattler's going to throw it out. There's your one-on-one with Parrish. Just blows up Shaheed. Just not even a competition. Just push back, push back. He's too strong. He's too physical, even for a rookie. That's why he plays nickel. Strong, physical, he'll get in there and tackle. How many times are they going to keep trying this on him? Shout out Parrish. We'll see him some more this video. Next up here, we have our first turnover of the game on the Saints' first drive of the game. Spencer Rattler sees the open space. Servassier Dennis is there for the tackle, but the playmaker himself. You see this 6'7" monster chasing him from behind. There goes that arm up in the air and just punches that ball out. And the boys are there to recover the football for what will end up being one of 4 takeaways from this defense on Sunday. Sees the space. Here comes. Get that ball out. Levante jumps on top of it. The Saints could not run the... Well, I don't know if I can say they could not run. They didn't even try. They did not even try to run the football on the Buccaneers on Sunday. Alvin Kamara had 6 carries all game. They didn't even try. So, here we go. There's clearly miscommunication. Last second changes. You see Anthony Nelson's running this way. Saints are going to run that way, and it still won't even matter because of 54. Boom. Just blow it up. Just blow it up. Sideline to sideline. Levante David still doing it. Still doing it. And watch the way he attacks the football, too. Pretty sure he leads the NFL in forced fumbles currently. You see him just going after that football. Alvin Kamara holds on to it, but Levante leading the league in career fumbles. I didn't mean this season. Career fumbles. He's going to keep going for that football. All right, here we got a Servassier Dennis sack. Interesting look. He just runs right towards the middle there of the offensive line. Doesn't see much. He says, that's a lot of guys over there. Shout out to Logan Hall for beating his man, which wasn't too difficult at all. But Rattler sees that, is able to escape from Hall, but Servassier Dennis is there. Secure tackle, clean up the mess. That's a sack. And then hits the Doctor Strange celebration. Peep that. So there's man in motion. He's going to come back around this way. Does nothing on Logan Hall. And Servassier Dennis is there. I mean, this will just watch for fun. There's not much to break down. Oh my gosh. The interception itself is crazy. But then just one hand just pushing Spencer Rattler to the ground, and he's just sitting there on one knee, like looking for his parents for help. Look at that. Get off me. He's just looking around like, did anybody else see that? Yes, Spencer, we all saw it. Once again, when are they going to learn? Number 25. Stop trying it. Stop trying it with only one blocker on the wide receiver screen. He's going to make the play. And here is the referee moment. One of them. But they punched the ball out. There he is to pick it up. Now, Let's look at every referee that we have in our view just to do our due diligence. There's a referee right here. I'll move my camera just so we all can see. There's a referee right here. His hand is not on a whistle. And he does not blow the whistle. Hopefully it zooms out. Here's a referee back here. His hand is not up here blowing a whistle. There's a referee up here. His hand is not at his mouth blowing a whistle. Here's a guy right here. His hand is not on his mouth blowing a whistle. And that's where the video cuts out. So, yeah, even watching the All-22, that's where they choose to cut out the video. We're looking at all the referees. We didn't see one guy put his whistle up to his mouth, and that's where it cuts out. I don't get it. Number 25 with another play. Shout out to Todd Bowles with this blitz. You got all these guys on the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys on the line. And let's see what they do. Boom. Boom. 3 of them drop. David drops. Dennis drops. Anthony Nelson drops. So you got a 3-man rush with defensive linemen. You got Roberts, Vita, and I think that's Yaya out here. But then you have Parrish coming delayed from the secondary. Alvin Kamara is not looking at Jacob Parrish right now. He's looking this way, watching the guys run back. And yeah, Jacob Parrish with a sack. Todd Bowles, man. Gotta give the man his props this year. Give that guy some extra Chips Ahoy in his office. He goes back in, then drops out. There goes everyone else. Kamara does not see Parrish coming behind Kelvin Banks Jr., this massive left tackle. And right in Parrish goes to get that sack. Get Todd some Chips Ahoy. All right, I just thought this was a good play from Zion McCollum. Coverage bottom of your screen. Antoine Winfield blitzes, so Tyler Shuck just has to get the ball out early. And as he gets the ball out, you see Zion is all over Shaheed. All over him. Both of them start hand fighting. And unfortunately, you guys can't see that. But good defense. Good defense from Zion McCollum. So here we'll get the better look of how quick this is still Spencer Rattler. How quick Spencer Rattler has to get the ball out. Boom. Just like that. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys. They all go. And then you bring David. And then you bring Dennis. Mostly doing like a QB spy sort of thing. And then, yeah. Winfield is the one that would have got there clean. He just throws the ball up. Good defense from Zion. Here we have the other touchdown that was called back. Just a quick drop. Just a quick hitch. And Antoine Winfield Jr., Tweez just takes the ball away. And gives Tyler Shuck his first interception of his career. It wasn't even on him. That's a catch by Olave, but Winfield just says, "No, that's mine. That's mine." And look, watch the reactions on the sideline, because they're just like, "Y'all really blew the whistle. Y'all blew the whistle. Just let it play out. Just let it play out. Why are you blowing the whistle?" There's the reactions. Nobody agrees with it on the sideline, of course. Nobody at home agreed with it either. You get a better look at him just taking the ball from Olave here. Wild, man. Wild. We'll see if we get a view. People already turning the other way. Pissed off. There's Bowles with his hands up. Yeah. Can't blame him. All right, here's a 4th down play, 4th and short. We're looking at Tyke Smith at the bottom of the screen here. Makes a great play one-on-one with tight end Jawan Johnson, a guy who's a bigger body. Much bigger body than Tyke Smith, but he gets on, plays press man, and he's right there. He's right there in his hip pocket, and Tyler Shuck was going to him all the way. Doesn't even check for anyone else. What a play from Tyke Smith to get that arm around and break up that pass from Jawan Johnson. So this view, we'll see Tyler Shuck doesn't look anywhere else. He just goes Jawan Johnson the entire way. Boom. Boom. Tyke right there. What a year Tyke's having. Him and Antoine Winfield Jr., that combination at safety, Kind of wondering through the offseason how Tyke Smith is going to look going from nickel to safety. Seamless. Seamless. The guy just plays ball. All right, this here, again, get Todd Bowles some more Chips Ahoy. These looks are wild. Wild. The game's over. Pretty much. The Saints are not coming back in this game. You got Braswell out there. You got Marquise Watts out there. But watch this front. You got David on the line. Braswell on the line. Vita on the line. Think that's Elijah Roberts on the line. And then Marquise Watts on the line. Let it play. And watch the movement. Watch the drops. So, yeah. Bowles is insane. Braswell is the one that drops back in coverage. Dennis, who was not even on the line, sends him on a delayed blitz. And then Zion McCollum, who was sitting over here in coverage, comes on a corner blitz. So you look at all these people. Zion McCollum, Marquise Watts, Elijah Roberts, Vita Vea, Chris Braswell, Levante David, Servassier Dennis. David and Braswell drop. Dennis and Zion go. It ends up in a completion just because of how fast he gets the ball off. Good tackle by Jamel Dean out there. But just, Todd Bowles is in his bag. He is in his bag this season. Full face cam for this. The Buccaneers are third in the NFL in sacks. Now think about that for a moment. And think about our personnel. Myles Garrett on Sunday had 5 sacks on his own against the New England Patriots. We don't have a single player over 4 sacks on our team. Yet, we are third in the NFL in sacks, only behind the Broncos and the Rams. And the Bucs are on pace for 50 sacks, which has only been done once in Buccaneer history. Yet we don't have a single guy over 4 sacks. Why is that? These are manufactured sacks. These are sacks that Todd Bowles is scheming up. Of course, there are, Yaya's beat some guys, Vita's beat some guys. There's some guys getting some wins, but a lot of these are manufactured sacks. Jamel Dean has a sack. Servassier Dennis has sacks. Jacob Parrish has a sack. All of these guys, damn near on the team, has a sack, at least. That's Todd Bowles. Just call it what it is. Get the man some Chips Ahoy. The Buccaneers defense is also first place in the NFL in havoc rate. So what havoc is, what a havoc play on defense is a play that results in either a pressure, a tackle for loss, a forced fumble, an interception, or a pass breakup. So, you think about last year where we struggled to get takeaways. This year, in a stat that involves takeaways, that involves getting pressure on the quarterback, that involves pass breakups, the Bucs are first in the NFL. Playmaking was the emphasis from Todd Bowles through the offseason. You can tell he was not lying through his teeth because this has showed halfway point of the season, third in the NFL in sacks, first in the NFL in havoc rate. This defense is doing some things. Let me bring this back and just let this play through. So that was that crazy look from Bowles. And then we'll finish the video off here with a Anthony Nelson sack. So he's going to just come around delayed and get that sack there. We'll get a better look from this view here. So keep an eye on Trevor Penning, the left guard. It's all about the delay from Anthony Nelson. So he kind of sits for a moment, and Trevor Penning's now looking the other way because he thought Anthony Nelson was dropping back in coverage. And that's because we've seen it in this video, and it happened plenty of more times throughout this game. Todd Bowles will drop Anthony Nelson back in coverage, drop Yaya Diaby back in coverage. When Hassan Reddick was in, he was dropping Hassan Reddick back in coverage. So that causes Trevor Penning to be like, Oh, he's dropping him in coverage again. But because it's delayed, there's the delay. He saw him put his hands on Jawan Johnson. He's like, all right. Anthony Nelson's dropping in coverage like he's done plenty of times this game. But nope, the delay blitz comes through, and Anthony Nelson is there to sack Tyler Shough. So, there's our credit given to the defense. Absolutely deserving. I'm sure there's still Todd Bowles doubters out there, but I think it's proven at this point. When he has personnel, when he's not putting a special teamer at starting corner, things can go well. When he's not playing a practice squad player at middle linebacker, things can go well. So, giving the man his flowers because he deserves it. Hope you guys are too, because this is very impressive what he's doing. So that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Drop a comment down below your thoughts on this video. Go Bucs. Y'all have a blessed one.
Hey, hey, Tampa Bay.